Hello everyone, I am Dhananjay, Master Student from IIT Gandhinagar. For the next 10 to 15 minutes, I will be talking about song identification from electroencephalography response. Did you ever get stuck on the remembering the song name when you are murmuring the same? I'm sure you have. What if your phone or iPad identify the song for you? Think of a time when music has moved you. Perhaps it was a concert, or on headphones, or even during a film. For many thousands of years, music has been used to produce deep and transformative human experiences. Now, our research team aims to use neuroimaging and AI to understand how powerful musical experiences are represented in the brain. In this presentation, I'll be discussing the EEG and entrainment process. I'll talk about the research question that we try to answer in this study, the dataset we have used, our analysis procedure followed by our finding. What is entrainment? Wikipedia says, in the biomusicological sense, it refers to synchronization of organisms to an external perceived rhythm such as human music and dance. This process is not limited to human beings. There are proven results that entrainment does exist in other living things. We are going to address the following question. Do the music stimuli and its corresponding EEG signal generated during the entrainment process relate to each other? Can we use the EEG response to predict information related to the music that person listened to? For example, song names. What are the factors that affect this prediction? Are these predictions depend upon musical, individual, or aesthetic characteristics? For example, liking of music or familiarity. We collected a new dataset for this study. The EEG cap is placed on the scalp with a 10-20 electrode position system. On the single beep, a person is asked to close his or her eyes. This is followed by a 10-second silence window. It ensures that the focus of participant is purely on the presented song. Then a music clip is played and the double beep indicates the end of the song. Then a person is asked to open his or her eyes and answer the question like familiarity with the song, liking, etc. The sequence of a song played is different for a different participant. Electrical activities generated during the entrainment are captured by EEG cap. We have used 129 channel recording system. Total of 20 participant responses are included in the dataset. Each participant listened to 12 diverse songs from Bollywood. Length of each song is around 2 minutes. The sampling rate for 11 participants was 1000 Hz and for the remaining 9 participants it was at 250 Hz. This is done to analyze effect of higher frequencies, which is discussed in further section. Our final dataset size is as shown. Now we have our data. Can we use machine learning or deep learning methodologies directly? The answer is no, we can't. We are dealing with the EEG time series data. 2 points to note here. EEG data, it tells us that data is noisy and has captured other unwanted information. Time series data, it tells that we are dealing with the huge collection of floating point numbers as opposed to the pixel integers which ranges from 0 to 255 in an image from any usual deep learning problem. We have a smaller number of data points with each data point having huge dimensionality. Figure shows the electrode versus time plot for a given participant and given song. We apply data augmentation technique on this response. Data augment is the process in which we restructure our dataset to increase the number of data points. We divide each response in a chunk of 1 second recording. The time window is hyperparameter here. Since the sampling frequency was 250 Hz, we got a 2D matrix with 129 multiplied by 250 dimensions. We call them a song image. After data augmentation, we created approximately 11,000 song images. The new dataset size is as shown. Here is the example of 2 such song images corresponding to song ID 6 and 7 for the given participant. The x-axis denotes the EEG samples from the 1 second response and the y-axis is the electron number. We built a 3-layer CNN architecture for our song prediction task. Each layer has 16 filters with 3 x 3 kernel size. The CNN is followed by 2 dense fully collected layers and then final output layer. We tried to optimize categorical cross-entropy loss function. We trained 3 models for 250 Hz sampling frequency data and 3 for 1000 Hz sampling frequency data. The time windows are 1 second, 2 seconds, and 3 seconds. For all the models, we have considered each participant in both training and test dataset. The train and test dataset were generated by randomly choosing a song image from the complete dataset with a train-test split ratio of 0.3. All the models performed poorly and gave a chance level accuracy of 1/12, which is equal to 8%. Since both music and EEG are highly characterized by frequencies, we tried to make our data more meaningful by converting it into a frequency domain. We use a spectropho tool from a MATLAB, and maximum frequency component is chosen as per Nyquist criteria. These are the examples of song images from the frequency domain. The x-axis is a frequency component and y-axis is electron number. We ran same architecture on the frequency domain data. Model 7 reported the 84.96% test accuracy. To analyze the effect of higher sampling rate, we choose only those participants for whom sampling rate is 1000 Hz. The corresponding model 8 reported 80.99% test accuracy. We discarded the higher frequency component and considered only initial 125 frequency components out of 500. Model 9 performed equally well as compared to our previous model. This shows higher frequency do not contribute much towards entrainment, and this is expected as EEG are low frequency signals. When we removed some participants completely from the training data and used them for testing the performance, the model output dropped drastically to a chance level. Even the 3D CNN model did not help to improve score for a cross-participant task. To study the effect of train-test split ratio, we trained the same architecture by varying split ratio from 0.2 to 0.95. Interestingly, at 0.8 split ratio, that is, when trained on only 20% information, our model reported test accuracy of 79%. In fact, at a split ratio of 0.95, that is, only by training 5% information, the model reported 20% accuracy, which is higher than a chance level, which is 8%. The visualization shows automatic features extracted by a CNN model at layer 3 for different participants but the same song. Let's look at the filter number 13, 14 and 15. As we can see, for a different participant and the same song, our model extracted different set of features. It is indicative that EEG pattern depends not only on the stimuli but also on the person. Two major limitations of our study are: our model cannot directly be used for the transfer learning purposes. The learned weights are highly dependent on our dataset. However, our architecture can be retrained on some other dataset. The input for the time domain model depends on the windowing factor of the data augmentation technique. If a sampling rate changes, the windowing factor needs to be updated and hence the model architecture. Our study shows identifiable EEG patterns are created in the brain during the perception of audio stimulus. These patterns are identified by our 3-layer CNN model. Performance of our model dropped for the cross-participation task. It shows entrainment depends on both music stimulus and perception by the participant. As a future work, we target to analyze how the characteristic of a music, individual or aesthetic response affects the predictions. Specifically, we look for whether familiarity or enjoyment affects the prediction by our model. We aim to collect larger dataset for improvement in our results. Thank you.